Instagram.
Yeah. Another level.
She is a really freaking cute cat. And you've got some really cute pictures of her. And no wonder she has double the followers that we do. Because
did you see her reels? She gets like 3,500 views when I put up a reel, which is nothing. But for me, I'm just like, oh my gosh, 3,500 people looked at my cat. I love it.
She's a really cute cat.
Yeah. I actually took her on a walk today.
How do you take a cat on a walk?
I put her on a leash in her harness and I picked her up and I took her outside and we went downstairs and just stood in the grass. And she was just like freaked out actually. And then we came upstairs pretty quick, but we did it.
It was a very short walk.
It was very short.
I didn't really know that you could walk cats.
Yeah. It's a whole thing. I've been toying at it for a minute, but yeah, I just want to get her to where we can actually go outside and walk and she can go play and experience nature.
Okay, you've been toying at what? Taking her for a walk?
Yeah, like we've been practicing. So I put the harness on her and we've gone out on the balcony, but as soon as I put the harness on her, she gets real skittish.
Yeah, because she's a cat. Cats are like,
I know, that's why we're training.
Doing?
Yeah. So, but lots of people train their cats. I saw this lady and she has 2 cats and she took them for a walk in Central Park. Like they were just enjoying the day. They were climbing trees. And I'm like, that's what I want for Fratelli. So she can just experience a full life because she's never going to be an indoor-outdoor cat. She will always be an indoor cat.
Right.
And let me tell you the panic. I like wrapped that leash around my wrist like 5,000 times because I'm like, you are not getting away from me. And yeah, I was like very nervous that I was going to drop the leash and she was going to run. But she did not.
Well, she did not. That's good. But cats are, cats have a mind of their own.
Oh, yeah. So she could see like a mouse, not that there'd be a mouse here, but a bird or something and just run or something. But she's also freaked out. Like I was holding her and she's trembling. And I was like, okay, maybe this was too much for today. But I brought her in. And usually after an event like that, she'll run into my room, hide under the bed. But she hid under the couch. I said, hey, do you want a TREAT? Because she can hear us. And if she hears that word, I'll have to get up and go get her some food. And she came and got it. And she was super happy.
Aww.
So yeah. Welcome to Lick the Spoon.
Welcome to Lick the Spoon.
A podcast about cats.
Life, periods, you name it.
All the things that really matter. Yeah.
Okay, tell me. Okay, so I got here and I was like, how are you? And you're like you have stories. I want to hear it.
Yeah,
I want to know.
I don't have great stories, but it's just like, it's Sunday right now. And this morning I was looking at TikToks and this girl was like, it's time for Sunday reset. And it was like such a chill video. And she's like making her bed and like having tea and whatever. I'm like, okay, I'm in a reset because I feel like the last few weeks I've been running and I get done with work and then I'm teleworking. Well, I'm going back now too. So it's just like, my house was just getting crazy.
Yeah. So, okay. So have you gone back like in real person life?
So I have gone back I moved the majority of my at-home office back to work.
Oh, wow.
And so now I'm on site 3 days a week and then here too.
How does that feel?
It's okay. Like I'm actually working in a newer building for our company. And so there's not that many people there yet. So it's kind of nice because it doesn't feel overwhelming. But just the sheer number of people that come into my office and want to chit chat and like, I haven't seen you in 5 years kind of thing.
Right. And you're like,
I'm like, oh, this is too much interaction.
How do you get your work done?
Literally, Tuesday through Thursday, I got really nothing done. I mean, I got a lot of stuff done that was like hands-on or whatever. But Friday, I came home and I was like knocking it out of the park because it was just like I could focus and actually like get through emails and not be interrupted every 5 seconds and not have to do like you have people run into my office and be like, Beth, I need this, I need that. And then I'm running and trying to help them. And then I'm like, what was I doing?
Yeah.
So yes, today I'm just like, I need to reset. Like my family was in town this weekend. They came up. So my grandpa is turning 104 at the end of the month, which is
still cannot get
wild.
over the age of your grandfather.
I just look at him. I just tell him all the time, you're just so old, Grandpa. But yeah, so like my cousin's daughter, so I think that's my first cousin once removed, just had a baby. So there's 5 generations.
Oh, wait. So the daughter?
Yeah. So my cousin's daughter had a baby.
We are very geriatric. Okay.
Yeah. She's like in her 30s. I'm like, wait, how old am I? but so they have 5 generations now. So like they came up to do a 5 generation not party, but like pictures and stuff. And so we just met over at their hotel with my grandpa and like, it was like a bunch of all my mom's side of the family. And it was really nice. Like, it was nice to see everybody. Like, I hadn't seen most of those people in 4 years.
Oh, wow.
So
when was this?
This was just Friday and Saturday. So we went to a restaurant on Friday, which I felt so bad. So I was sitting by my grandpa trying to help him. And he decided on one meal. And then he heard like about some fish tacos. He's like, that sounds good. And so then he only remembered, though, the first meal that he wanted to get. So when they bought the fish tacos out, he just was like, I don't know what this is. And I just felt so bad. And anyway, I was like, I'm a bad granddaughter. Like, I needed to take more authority and just figure out what he would really like and just order instead of just, anyway.
So did he even eat the fish tacos or no?
He did. He did, and it was fine. He's 104. He's had plenty of meals in his life, so one bad one is not going to end him, hopefully. So, but it was just nice to see family. It was like 15 of us together.
Oh, wow.
And just laughing and chatting and
that's good.
Being cousins. And then one of my cousin's wife, who I love, she came over to my house. And Jayme, I like a clean house. And it's hard for me when my house isn't at a certain level of cleanliness for people to come over. And my house was like kind of a wreck. And I was just like, you're just going to have to ignore it. And she's
you just have to blame it on your cat.
I couldn't, because it was like boxes of crap and like just like all these like empty cans that I need to recycle. They were just sitting on like my countertops, but it's just like my recycling bin was full. So I needed to take it down. Like, you know what I mean? Like when you're just in those places where like, I physically cannot take my recycling out, but I also cannot just throw an aluminum can in the garbage.
I know, I get it.
I feel really bad. I also recently I got like a 6-pack, which I don't usually get 6-packs of soda, and that little plastic topper with the like
yes.
I couldn't. It was automatic. I got a pair of scissors and I just started snipping it all. Save the dolphins, and I was just like, where does this come from?
I don't know. I do the same thing.
It's such an anxiety-inducing thing not to do that. But it's just like, I got to do this.
Yeah,
save the dolphins.
Yeah. I cannot not.
Yeah. It's like, it feels illegal. It feels illegal.
It does.
And I'm throwing it. I'm like, Beth, this is, first of all, where are you by an ocean? How is this piece of plastic getting to an ocean?
I don't know. I don't think about that
going
part.
to a landfill just up the street.
There's way too much plastic in this world.
Oh, yes, of course. But like that one piece of plastic is not going to affect a dolphin.
Right.
So.
Right.
It's not. There's no possible way.
Still, you got to cut it.
You do, yeah. Well, what if a bird got it, Yeah, so anyway, my anxiety was very high with the recycling. But anyway, she came over and it was really nice. Like, I love having people in my space because I feel like it really is a representative of who I am and how my brain works.
Yeah.
Like, if you're in my home, you are inside my brain. And the messier it is, you're like, okay, Beth is spiraling. There's something chaotic in her house, in her life right now.
I really like your house, though, because you've made it so cozy. And there really is so many, like, interesting things that you have put on the wall that are, like, a piece of your life.
Yeah.
Like a piece of your past or something that you've experienced or somebody gave it to you. Or, like, it's just everything is
intentional.
Meaningful.
Yeah, it's very intentional. And I really like to design for how you really live. Like, I love Pinterest. I love looking at, people's, my favorite thing to do, honestly, is looking at real estate and seeing how people decorate their houses and then judging. I mean, a lot of those houses are staged, but sometimes not, it's just like.
You can tell if they're not.
Yeah. And then you're just looking, you're like, wow, that was your color choice.
I know,
okay.
Yes. Or you're like, wow, you didn't clean off the counter for your picture.
Yeah. It's just interesting to me to see how people actually live in their day to day. Cause like we've said before, on Instagram, it's a snapshot. It's usually curated and, in a way, but I really try to, create spaces that are livable and like make sense to how I live.
That's good.
So it's like, I don't know. I love it. So
well, and it's very colorful in your house.
Oh my gosh,
I love all the colors.
I have a friend and she is a neutrals girl. And it's just like her home, it's beautiful home, but it's all neutrals. I'm like, girl, where's your pop of color? Like I'm like, it's so calming there, but I'm just like, I need more color. Yeah. I can't. I need more color. But then if I go to like, sometimes somebody has too much color, like every wall's a different color. I'm like, this is too much. So yeah, happy balance. I still have yet to see your new place remodeled.
You need to come to my house.
I know.
I have color in my house too.
Yeah. Well, your old house had color.
Yeah, it was, but my furniture was more like I have a teal couch and 2 yellow chairs.
Love it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm so glad like vibrant furniture is back because it wasn't for a long time.
I keep looking at your bedspread,
Yeah.
which is bright yellow,
Nate
which I
Berkus.
want. It's not, but it's like, I love that color of yellow.
This mustardy jewel tone yellow is my favorite. And like I buy this all the time without realizing it. I buy pillows, I buy curtains, I buy t-shirts, I buy dress shirts. I've bought pants in this color without like being intentional about it. Just
Really?
like, those are cute. And I
Is
buy
that-
like, you have 5 yellow pillows.
Yellow is my all-time favorite color. Is it your favorite color?
No, but I love jewel tones and I'm really attracted to this yellow.
Okay.
And I really like a deep jewel blue tone. So it's just like anything like that, my little eye just goes to, I'm like, I must have. And then I bring it home like, all you do is buy jewel tones. That's it. That's it.
What is your favorite color?
I don't know if I have a favorite color. Jewel tones are my favorite. If I had to say I have a favorite color, it's probably green, but in what I purchase, it's yellow.
Wait, but jewel tone, there's a lot of different colors of jewels.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I always think jewel tones are like ruby, emerald, like those colors, those deep, rich, yummy colors.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I'm looking around your house. Yeah, I can see it.
Yeah, it's a thread that runs.
Yes,
deep.
it is. I love it.
So yeah, so it
Okay,
was.
so Reset Sunday.
Reset Sunday was great. I knew you were coming over at 2 and I'm like, I have the whole day. Like I have the whole day. And so I've been trying to break down my tasks because sometimes it's overwhelming when you have a long list of things you want to do.
Yes.
So I've just been breaking down tasks, but it was like tasks, but it's been really nice because I like I wash the windows, so I can see out the window and there's not little cat marks on it, and just I made the bed. I did laundry. I did the dishes. I took down, this was the thing I was most proud of. The first thing I did this morning is I took down all of my recycling, which is huge. And then I took down all of my piles. Every time Jayme comes to my house, she comes in my front door and there's a pile of crap. And I'm always like, it's my garage because I don't have a garage. So
true.
all of my, this needs to go to donations and whatever are always just stacked there. So I'll remember to take them downstairs with me. And then it's just like, I never do it because I'm like, that seems like a lot of work. So I took all of that down. I cleaned out my car. I didn't realize today was the first day of spring. I think it is.
Oh, it
I
is.
think, yeah. I didn't realize that, but my body was like, it's spring now.
Yeah.
And so I cleaned out my car. I got my clubs ready so I can go golfing.
Wow.
Yeah.
That seems like a very productive. And
I was
it's only
so
2 o'clock.
productive.
Was that all today?
It was all today. I was like, I knocked it out of the park.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. And this is a weird thing, but I went to Costco. Okay, so I was having a really bad day at work a few days ago.
Okay.
So I was just like, I just need to go to Costco. And I stopped my work day, turned off my computer at 2:30, took vacation time to drive to Costco and just
Did you buy
emotionally
stuff?
shop. I spent like $200, which for me at Costco is a ton because I never shop there. And so I
So
went.
what did you get? Like what kind of stuff? A bunch of food?
The problem is, Jayme, I was starving when I went.
Oh no, that's a bad idea.
So it was just like, I got the blueberry muffins and I'm like, I'll freeze them. No, I won't. I got like a giant bag of gummy bears and this lady, I snatched them because this lady was like contemplating and looking at them. And I'm like, girl, just put them in your bag. They are $6.99 for 5,000 gummy bears. Just put it in your bag.
You should not be telling me this because I love gummy bears.
And I'll give you some to take home in a zippy because I got a lot, but they're like all unique flavors and I don't know, they're just good. And she's asking about them and then I'm trying to sell her the gummy bears, but I was like, ma'am, I'm just trying to live my life. I don't want to sell you gummy bears.
I sell stuff to people all the time in stores.
Yeah.
I do.
You're like, this is great.
Well, yeah. Or I just talk to people randomly when we're looking at the same thing, or I'll ask questions and they'll sell me stuff too. But
I do not make eye contact in the store. I'm like, no one talk to me.
Well, it depends on what kind of mood I'm in, but generally speaking, I'm open to conversation.
But Jayme, that is you as a human. You like people.
I do.
You love them.
The other day at Costco, I convinced a man to buy the same pillow that I was buying.
That is impressive, honestly. That's a big like a pillow's a big deal.
Well, we were both looking at all the pillows and like feeling them, and then we started a conversation. I was like, "Well, I'm going to go with these," and he's like, "Oh yeah, I think I'm going to go with those too." So anyway, it was
there
funny.
we go. I mean, that makes perfect sense to me.
Anyway, okay, so you went to Costco.
But Costco, okay, here's the thing
$200 later.
$200 later, I come out with all of this food, all of these snacks, all of these like great like meals and stuff. And I'm not supposed to be eating dairy or wheat. Bought like margarita pizzas. I'm so excited about. I literally was like, I can't wait for Jayme to go home because I'm gonna have a margarita pizza tonight for dinner. But
thanks, Beth. I know you love me. I won't take that personally.
No, it wasn't like that. But like literally, so you pack your car, you get home. I live in a smaller home,
right? Up a couple of flights of stairs. Yeah. I was winded by the time I got to your door.
And like normally, I pack all my stuff. I'll spend 15 minutes outside of my home repacking different like grocery bags, so I only have to take one trip. like I'm sure my neighbors are like, she is problematic. Like, why wouldn't you just take 2 trips? By the time you did 2, you'd save time. I'm like, it's 3 sets of stairs,
right?
And once I'm in, I like to be in. Well, I bought so much stuff I couldn't do it in one.
Oh no!
And I came down and I was just like, this is the worst day ever. And so then anyway, I got it up, and then I bought so much frozen stuff. I have a small fridge.
Oh shoot! Did it not fit?
It did not fit.
So did you have to eat it right
No,
away?
I literally had to like, well, we can sacrifice this. This is probably a freezer burn and throw stuff away and like jam it all in there. So anyway, it was really fun though. And it's like I'm stocked on
oh my God. I love Costco. It's kind of dangerous in some ways though. I did Costco delivery.
Oh.
I did that.
Oh, the ship like
times.
when they ship it to you?
Instacart or whatever it's called, where you order it online and then they bring it to your doorstep. It's pretty amazing. It costs a little bit more.
Yeah,
but then I don't impulse buy because I don't see it. I'm only, going through my list, putting it in my cart. But
oh no.
So I've done this a couple times, and every time there's been like an issue. So the last one, I ordered ginger and I was thinking like they just had one picture of it. And no, that's not true. They had 2 pictures of it, but I didn't look close enough. And I thought it was frozen ginger. I thought it was like peeled chunks of ginger.
It was fresh?
No, it was ginger candy.
No.
And I was going to use it in a recipe. And so I ended up having to go to the grocery store to buy some fresh ginger that I could like grate.
Yeah.
But I was hoping it was a bag of peeled ginger chunks. Like, do they sell that anywhere? Because I want to buy it.
I think ginger has to be skin on to stay safe.
In the freezer?
I honestly, Jayme, I have no idea.
Yeah, I know.
That is a Googleable thing.
I do that. I peel it and like chop it and I put it in the freezer.
I have frozen it before, but I didn't use it up enough. And then it was like, ugh.
I like putting it in smoothies. But I had like a Korean dish that I was making that I needed ginger for. And the ginger candy was not going to work.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, maybe like you could just take it and like put it in the blender.
No, because it had sugar on it.
Yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
Although the recipe called for sugar too, so maybe it would have worked.
1 stone.
I don't know. Anyway, that was the one thing this last order. But all that to say, I really like the fact that I can go on a computer, like click these buttons, put things in a cart, and then it magically appears at my doorstep in a couple of hours. Like, I don't know. As terrible as like modern life is in some ways, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I mean, I think some of the conveniences that we have now are truly, truly amazing. However, I'm dying laughing because when I lived in a big city for college, and I had a lot of nerve when I was in college because I'm a poor college student, right?
Okay.
Nope, I'm getting groceries delivered. Like this super expensive service, acting like I was the daughter.
You did this?
Yeah. And this was like 2003. So this was not like a...
Why?
Because I didn't have a car and I didn't always want to rely on like a family member to take me. And I could walk to the grocery store, but then I had to have like a rolly cart and like do it back. So I started doing this. It was called Peapod, and it was this food delivery service, and they would go get all your food for you and bring it to you. And it was great, but it was expensive for a college student. And I'm who are you? Who do you think you are? Who do you think you are?
I know who you thought you were. You were the like black and red striped cheetah diva pillow.
Oh my gosh. That pillow, I tell you.
I still want to see it.
I think it's in storage with my mom. in her storage unit, but I am destined to find that. I forgot we talked about my cheetah pillow and the poor choices of buying a velvet pillow for $50 that says diva on it when you are not. So yeah, I had a lot.
I don't know. If you had your groceries delivered, maybe you were kind of.
I think I was just delusional on like how money works.
Yeah,
And how I just went on my credit card. I'm like, I'll pay it off one day. Like, you know, I just was like, I don't want to go get groceries.
Yeah.
So anyway. Yeah, I did a lot of crap like that in college where it's like you know, it's funny though, because I remember I was like a junior in college maybe, and I was in this like, it's like an English class, but for like social justice English class. I don't know. I went to an interesting school, and we're talking about classes in America, like, you know, working class and middle class and all this stuff. And I always thought we were like upper middle class people. Like I came from an upper middle class family. I did not. I learned very soon. I learned very soon that I was not. They were talking about like, oh, if you're upper middle class, like it would be easy for your family to have a boat or this or that. And I'm like, we could have pulled off a boat. Like we could have done. I'm like, no. No, my family remortgaged their house and bought a CD player. You know, like that. We were so working class, which I'm happy with, whatever. But just my brain. So I've always lived in a way that's like, oh yeah, we can get that. No, you can't. You can't just do some of this stuff. So anyway, delusional.
Well, and then you live, you learn, right? Like as you have more responsibilities and get your credit card bill, you're like, yeah.
Nope. Because then you just get a second credit card.
Oh, geez, Beth.
And for zero, I don't do this now. This was Beth 20 years ago. You just get a second credit card that's zero, you know, interest for 2 years, and you transfer the balance.
Oh, I thought you meant just get another one. Just get
that
another
too.
one.
Yeah. And granted, like I graduated at a time was like right before the housing bubble. It was when like they were still like, oh, you're gonna get out of school, you're gonna make so much money, you got to go to college. It was that big push, and then it was just right when I'm getting out, it was like everything kind of shifted, and so I thought I'm gonna get out of college, I'm gonna be making $50,000 a year. I can pay all of this off. I got out of the college. I opened my own business, which was so stupid. And then for the next 4 years, I think I made like $1,100 to $1,200 a month, which unfortunately
was not enough.
That is not enough money. Like if I made $1,200 a month right now, I'm like, I cannot live in an apartment. Like
I know
I'd have to live at home or
I know.
Anyway, it's just sad. Random stuff.
I know. Life is expensive.
It's so expensive. And I know where everybody's like, it's inflation right now and gas prices and all this stuff. And it's such a super bummer.
I know.
Because all my fun money is going to non-fun things. And poor Fratelli, she's going to have to take a step back and not get so much stuff. Which I do have to say, my family member made a comment about my cat's toys and whatnot. She's like, this looks like a toddler's house. And I was like, shh, it's fine. It's fine.
It is fine. Look at your cat. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Oh, she's looking at me.
Yeah. She has those crisp blue eyes, and she warms your, I don't know. I just love that stupid cat. Anyway.
She's pretty great.
Yeah. So you guys went out.
And
we're
you want
tired.
me to tell you?
Yeah. You came in here yawning, basically. So what is going on?
Well, okay. So, we're all geriatric right now. Whatever. That means, I want to go to bed at like 9, 10. That's when I feel like I want to go to bed. I don't generally fall asleep until probably 10 or later, but okay. So that's just like the background. Okay.
Yeah.
But Tony and I think I told you we've been taking these dance classes. And so at our last dance class, the teachers were like, we're going to go on a field trip. So we're going to be at Joker's on Saturday night.
Oh.
And we're like, what's Joker's? So have you ever been there? I had no idea that there's, okay, so I've been to the bowling alley. This is all connected.
Yeah.
And
we live in a small town, people.
We do.
So you know.
But this is, I guess it's a comedy club.
It's a comedy club / dance.
/ casino. I don't know.
Casino / bowling alley / arcade.
Yeah.
There's a lot happening there.
There's a lot happening there. So anyway, we went to the dance floor place. Whatever that's called. And our teachers had said, okay, we're going to be there at this time. They're going to play this kind of music and you guys are welcome to come. You can watch, you can dance if you want to. There's no pressure, just whatever you guys want, whatever you want to do kind of thing. And I was like, Tony, we should go. So we totally went last night.
Oh my gosh.
So we got there and before we even left, I said, Tony, are you going to dance with other people? What do you think he said? What do you think he said?
I would say he said no.
Oh, for sure. He was like, no.
It's not going to happen.
No, he's like, no way. And I was like, well, I might. And anyway, we get there. We're not there very long. And lo and behold, Tony did not take into account, like he was thinking he's not going to ask anyone to dance, right?
Oh, no.
No, he didn't realize that somebody would ask him to dance.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, it's like 7th grade social.
I know. It was great though, but she was this gal from our class and she asked him to dance and I was so proud of him because I was like, oh yeah, like what, like he did it.
Oh wow.
He totally went and danced with her. It was great. It was fun. We danced with each other, but we danced with other people too and like it wasn't all bachata, which is what we're learning. There was a lot of other stuff and so we didn't dance to every song, of course, but it was just fun and it started getting really packed in there. But we turned into pumpkins at 11. Yeah. And then we went home, but which is still late.
Yeah. No, and you're tired today. That happened with me this weekend with my cousin because I had to drive her home and we had been talking on my couch for like 5 years. And she's just like, we're tired. Like, it's so tiring. Like, it must be like midnight. Like, we're exhausted. We look, it's 10:30. So same thing. It's just like body shuts down at that time. Did you dance with anybody else?
I did. Yeah. I danced with a couple people and there was a guy there that I recognized from our class and he was just kind of hanging on the sidelines. Like he wasn't out there dancing with anybody. And
Jayme is, of course, let me go get him.
Oh, yes,
bring him into the fold.
I totally did because when you're learning how to dance, you're not necessarily super confident in just, especially for the guys who are leads, because they kind of have to know what they're doing kind of more maybe than the follows have to know. And so anyway, I danced with him. I danced with him twice. Every time Tony went to the bathroom, I went and found that guy. I was like,
Jamie's like, I'm not stopping for anything. I love dancing. It's so fun.
Yeah. And then I danced with the girl that asked Tony to dance. I was like, do you want to dance? And she was kind of like, huh? Like, what? And I'm like, yeah, come on. So she...
Of course she did.
Yes. And so we totally danced together and neither one of us was a lead. And we're like, we don't really know how to lead, but we just had fun. It was great. I really enjoyed it. We went out dancing last night and I cannot tell you how many years it has been since we have done something like that. So it was fun.
Oh, jealous. Well, I'm really going to seriously look at taking a class.
Yeah.
Soonish, depending on.
Well, I think that the next time, if you wanted to do the same kind of dance that we've been doing, that you can, the next time you can, like they start over again is in May.
Okay. The most fun I ever have is dancing. I used to force my students. So I told you we do like these monthly activity nights for students. And so, oh my gosh, every year I would do a dance-a-thon. And so the thing is that I'd put on music and you'd have to dance for an hour straight. And if you did, you got a prize. And so it is like you can't stop. So we would dance for an hour straight, which does not sound like that long. But when you're like going full out dancing.
That's like a workout.
Yeah, it was the best because after an hour, all the kids just lay on the ground dead. And I was just like, this is amazing. But it was like one of my most fun activities to do with the kids. I really
like that.
Yeah, it was super fun.
And you got the boys to do it?
Yeah, some of them. I had a lot of theatrical guys that were like, cool like that. Like they didn't care. I mean, my sporty guys, they kind of were just like, they would just move their finger up and down or they wouldn't come, which was fine. Like
their finger.
Yeah. Like I get it. But I always enjoyed it. And the kids that did come, we would like, I would play very, there's just songs that everybody was like YMCA and Bohemian Rhapsody. And then we'd play like Rapper's Delight and just all this stuff that just, just gets you moving. And so it was so fun.
Oh, do you have a playlist? I want that. If you do.
I think I trashed it at this point.
What?
But Jayme, I can't keep that crap forever.
Well, you don't have to. Your Spotify account will keep it for you,
I know,
right?
But yeah, I think I trashed it. That's rare for me, but I never get rid of stuff. But yeah, but dancing, I think
it's so fun.
There's in Chicago, they have, so they have a big park in the middle of, it's not downtown, but I'm just going to call it downtown just to be easier.
Okay.
And it's called Grant Park. And they have like summer series where you can go and learn different dances like on Thursday, Friday, Saturday nights.
Oh my gosh.
And then people will just be like out there dancing and stuff.
I'd be
and
there.
It's just so fun. Yeah.
It is fun. And it takes a minute to kind of loosen up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't know how to do a lot of dances.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm really enjoying this Latin, you know, style, I guess it is. I will say though that last night we were like 2 of maybe 3 people who were white. Mm-hmm. And I was like, but I loved it. Like I absolutely loved that. And I feel like that's just such a beautiful, there's so many different parts of culture that I just love. And I don't know I'm thinking like, what would maybe it's country line dancing. I don't know.
What's the white people do?
What are the white? Yes. What's the white people do? What is it? Ballroom? Like, I don't know.
I mean, a lot of I feel like a lot of those, like I haven't seen a lot of competitions where they do like the samba, merengue, ballroom dancing, but I feel like there's a lot of white people that do them.
Yeah.
It's pretty diverse though. But I think line dancing, like country line dancing, because I was on the TikTok and they have TikTok Live and they had a bar where it was just line dancing and it wasn't sad because they are white. It was sad because of the situation, but they were dancing and I'm just like, oh, this ain't it. Like this ain't it. Because I've seen really cool line dancing and people just really getting down.
Well, and I shouldn't say it like, I don't know. I guess I just.
But I know you and you like to experience different cultures and really not just like be on the peripherals. You like to be in it.
Yeah.
Learning and growing and all that.
Yeah. And my friend just sent me this video of Prince, what's his name? With Middleton. Kate and.
Not Harry. Charles. Nope. William. Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
So they're on whatever tour and they go to their places. And they went to Belize because Belize used to be the British Honduras and Belize is part of the Commonwealth or something. I don't know.
Of course, because everything's.
But anyway, she sent me. Yeah, I know. But she sent me this video of them and they were like dancing. And remember that dance I told you?
Puchata?
No.
Nope. That's not it. The punta. Punta.
Okay. She sent me a video of them in this big like Belizean dance party and they're like dancing with them and trying to like teach them how to do the punta. Yeah. It's pretty great.
Yeah. Well,
and funny.
I always think it's interesting if you want to be involved with the culture, you have to just do it. You have to do what the culture does. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't mean that like, let me say this. That doesn't mean you just like start putting on a fake accent or like cultural appropriating. Right. But it's just learning the customs and like the whys behind. Mm-hmm. And you might not participate in every activity because it might not be appropriate, but at least you know the why and the purpose behind and can appreciate it. So yeah. Anyway, that was a weird segment.
It really was.
Let's just start talking about like real deep topics of colonization and culture.
No. Well, then I start thinking like, it's okay for us to be here, right? Like it's okay for us to go dancing as we take these dance lessons. Yeah. But I'm like, why aren't there, I don't know. I'm just processing this with you out loud right now because we're talking about it. But I'm like, why aren't there more? Yeah. Like, why isn't there more variety?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I can guess, but like people are weird though. Sometimes they don't like to get outside their circle.
Yeah.
Plus I think dancing in general can be very uncomfortable for a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
They just don't feel comfortable dancing.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's like. Although like, like when you think you can dance, I know I can like hold my own, with just like basics, but like, okay, so I had, I don't know, dude, like, like when you see a TikTok dance or like a dance, like, like a dance that the kids are doing and then you try it and you're like, well, I'm glad I did that in the privacy of my own home. But it's like when the TikTok dances were so hot, like Renegade and all the like whatever dances. I remember trying those and just looking so stupid. And then I don't get this, but like, a lot of times people stick out their tongue when they dance on TikTok and they'll like stick it out to the side and it's like supposed to look super cute, which most of them look cute when they do it. I look like a demented gecko. It's just like, do these people just have a really like skinny tongue? Because it's like, they look so adorable. And then I'm like, and it's just like, that is not the vibe. And I'm not joking. I spent 5 minutes.
I wish that you would just record it and put it on TikTok so I could watch you.
No, because I don't want to be a meme. So, but I feel like, I don't know, even doing Just Dance sometimes I'll be like feeling it and then I'll see a reflection of myself. I'm like,
you're like, oh yeah, don't look like the,
I don't look like cute.
That.
What is going on? So I'm going to blame it on age a smidge. Okay. Speaking of age, your girl has to get a colonoscopy.
Do you? I think that's probably wise.
No, it's stupid.
Terrible.
I don't want that crap.
Literally.
Like literally. They're like,
why do you have to get
you got low iron. We got to see if you got, stomach issues. I'm like, ugh, that just sounds horrible.
So yeah, what does that entail?
It entails you drinking fluids, dumping your guts. I've heard it's awful the night before. A, the stuff tastes gross. And B, I guess you just poo for like hours.
That's terrible.
Yeah. And then they put
Get all
you under.
Cleaned out though.
That sounds great, right? Just remember when like they're like not an enema, it's something else. It was really popular for a while where you'd go and like go to these special like spas basically, and they would shove a tube up you and like flush you out.
I don't think I didn't participate in any of that.
I did not go to that, but it was like a popular thing because there was this like notion that like, oh, you gotta get the toxins out, like your own body couldn't get the toxins out, and it just is a whole thing. Anyway, but yeah, so they're basically like, you're gonna take a little pill, you're gonna go to sleep, we'll put a scope. The girl was so funny. I think she was about our age, a little younger. She's like, listen, we're gonna scope you from top and bottom.
Oh.
And so they do a endo whatever scope, and then
oh gosh, so
you're
gonna
bum
have
scope.
Did you just say that you're gonna be put out? Like,
yeah, not like out. They're gonna do like a little pill that makes you look real sleepy, I guess. She said it's like you'll be in like a dream state. I'm like, well, I don't want to dream about that. So
no, thank you.
But it was just like literally the first thought I have is like, I'm gonna have to start preparing my bunghole for this procedure because I don't want it to be a mess. I don't know. I was like, I probably need to get it bleached and like, I don't know.
Have you ever done that?
Heck no. That sounds really dangerous to put bleach on your bum.
Well, don't.
I'm not going to, but it's just like,
well, what are you gonna do then?
Nothing.
You said you're gonna prepare.
I just felt like I should. Like, I want to make sure it looks nice for them. But I'm like, I keep reminding myself, medical professionals
really
don't care.
Right. Exactly.
They do it all the time to a million people, but I care. I don't want them to be like.
What do you mean?
That's a thing that people bleach their bungholes.
Why?
Because they can be darker and they wanted a uniform color. I don't know. Yeah. Jayme, your face right now. Your face is like, have you never heard of this?
I think I have, but I have not thought about it. Yeah. I have not considered bleaching what it actually means.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that. And what is bleaching your bum?
I just feel like it's, really, really unnecessary.
Yeah.
And very like, is it dangerous? Because I feel like it could be dangerous. It's a susceptible area.
I feel like it could be painful.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that I'm not looking forward to this 100%. However, I want to see the results. Like, I cannot wait to see the like pictures from my insides. Like, and just, do I have polyps? Like, what's going on? So it's just getting older. The girl was telling me that like they're starting with new guidance to say, oh, you should have your first colonoscopy when you're 45.
Oh, wow.
And I'm just like, oh, shoot.
I know. Well, I was thinking I probably need to go get a mammogram.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've never done that.
Oh, yeah. You got to get that baseline mammogram done. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You've never had one? They're awful.
No, I know.
You don't have a huge, you have good boobs.
No, I don't.
But they're not like
I have very small, tiny little ones that I don't know how that's going to work.
No, they'll like all the way up to your chest. They're going to like up above. They're going to be like, yeah, it's awful.
And I have like lumpy boobs. So I don't know.
Oh, and if they see that, they'll be like, you need to get a ultrasound because I had that done. Do you want to talk about awkward, Jayme?
Yeah.
Ultrasound on your boobs. I feel like I've talked about this before, but I'm going to talk about it again because it's that awkward. They put that jelly on you and they're moving the stick. And where do you look? You're completely exposed with some person just.
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing. And so you're like looking at the person. You don't want to make eye contact because that's awkward.
Right.
So then I'm like looking at the screen and then I'm seeing things and I'm like, well, I don't need to look at that because I don't know
how to interpret that.
Yeah.
So it's not helpful because you're like, wait, what is that normal?
I'm like,
what is that?
Yeah, that's something bad, but no. Anyway, but yeah. I feel like we just talked about mammograms. But
we talked about nipples recently.
Well, yeah. That too, man. It's just weird getting older and just all the stuff you need to take care of your body.
Yeah, I guess I need to like establish an actual like doctor again.
Yeah.
Like I need to have one of those.
You got to get your blood work done. See what that cholesterol looks like.
Oh, geez.
You know what I mean? It's just like a whole thing. And I think the crazy thing is that like you spend like the first 25 years of your life growing up, right? Because your frontal cortex isn't formed fully until your mid to late 20s.
Okay.
And then the rest of the time you just age out. It's literally like you get to adult, you're like, okay, I've fully matured, whatever. And now it's just...
I'm going to decline?
Decline from here on out.
No way, Beth. I reject that.
It's true. Like, look at if I go back and look at my skin now compared to when I was 25, I don't have a ton of wrinkles, but I have like fine lines. I have new scars. I have
lots of wrinkles.
So there's all those things that just start adding up.
Well, that's life.
And then you fall down and you're like, have to assess the situation. You know what I mean? Like I fell down. I was in college once. I slipped in the shower, hit my ribs on the side of the shower. Just was like, okay, sprung back up. If I did that today, I would have to just stay in the shower for probably 15 minutes, slither my way out, find a phone and get a friend to just come make sure I'm not dead. So yeah, age is a mofo. I love it though.
Oh, I do too. I feel like I really don't care as much about a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I'm obsessed. I'm not obsessed with like not aging.
I mean like about in like what other people think or how I just come across. Like I don't know. I guess I just don't care as much anymore about things I used to.
I care a lot. I want to make sure everybody is having a fun time and that they like me.
Yeah, I mean, I still do that kind of, but what am I trying to say?
Well, I remember watching Real Housewives of Jersey once, and Caroline Manzo, she was this Italian redhead lady, fabulous, and she was like my family, like she's just very like extra protective of her family. And this lady was talking to her, and she's just like, your opinion of me means less than nothing. And I was just like, yes, that is my motto for life. Your opinion of me means less than nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Which that's so like, if somebody says, how do you come back from that?
Right? I don't know.
Like, I don't know. That's why I love calling people trash. Oh my gosh. I used to have students, I'd be like, oh, you're trash. And they got so offended.
Yeah.
Because I said it lovingly. But she and Caroline told this other lady, she's like, you're garbage. And she's like, garbage? Oh, like, how dare you? But yeah.
Oh.
Like I would, like, you know, people might call you a biatch or something, but it's like if somebody calls you garbage, that hits different.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone's ever called me that.
Not to your face.
Right. Exactly.
No, I doubt very many people. I know lots of people said that to me.
No, they haven't.
Your girl has some issues. Speaking of not caring.
I guess what I mean is that I'm more confident or like I'm more, you know, like I'm not.
Your day's not going to be ruined if somebody doesn't like your shoes.
Yeah.
Or
something
says like, oh, I don't like you.
Yes. Like if I leave the house with something that looks really dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I will take my kids to school with whatever I'm wearing. And if I had to, I mean, this is a terrible example. I should stop. But just, I don't care that much anymore.
Yeah, I don't care that stuff. I guess my big thing is I don't like it when people, and I shouldn't care, but like, so recently there was an incident where it's like somebody got a false sense of who I am. Like I didn't get blamed, but I got pulled into something that it wasn't really my doing. And the person got mad at me and thought that I did something kind of underhanded. And I'm like, it wasn't even me. I had nothing to do with it, but I had no way to defend myself. So I didn't like that somebody might like, because there's this, you know, you have an invisible reputation, right? Where people, and I don't like it when that gets damaged based on things that I didn't do. Then I get, that's what bugs me. Yeah. I literally went outside like this today. I'm wearing a mismatch.
I feel like you look cute.
No. And yeah, it's just.
I like those pants.
I'm just wearing like skinny, what are these called? Yoga pants. Leggings. a very old stained sweatshirt hoodie
You look
and a
comfortable.
Star Wars. I am comfortable. However, usually I do not go out in public like this, but I did today because I was just like, oh, I don't care. It's
See,
Sunday.
that's what I mean.
I know. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you might want to care a little bit. And I'm like, absolutely not. I'm like, Fratelli, get on. We're going for a walk.
Oh my gosh.